So this then leads me to my next question. How good are Chelsea as a whole?
Yeah, Chelsea are. It's the frightening thing is Chelsea are a very good team at the moment, but they're still improving. And you look at, like we said, we touched on the youngsters, and you look at the youngsters who've just come in. Billy Gilmore, just stepped in against Liverpool, and just again on the weekend, and dominated.
Yeah, he looks like some talent.
So, he's holding his own against good players in the centre of the park. And I think if you had to look at teams now, say London-based teams, Chelsea arguably the best team in London at the moment.
Yeah, I'd strongly agree with that. I feel they've got a chairman with high ambition. He always goes out there and gets the best. Although some people in the past have said Chelsea have bought trophies, but for the fact that he's gone out there and tried to make his team a well-established team, that to me is ambition alone, because you're going out there, you want to win trophies.
Abramovich has come in, but I think we can't deny. Like, we don't want to give away our age, but we can't deny the fact that Chelsea came in and just bought out everyone.
Yeah, of course.
Chelsea have no real history of winning stuff that from back in the day. They're always a bit of a fifth, sixth kind of team. I think the season before Abramovich came in, they got knocked out of the UEFA to Viking or something like that. So, you know what I mean? We grew up, knowing Chelsea just as an average team, like good players, Zola, Good Johnson, Hasselbank, Dennis Wise, Desailly, Frank Leboeuf. Like, they always had decent players, but they was never really competing. So he came in now, splashed the cash, and they did their thing. So, but what's the difference between that and City?
No, I can tell you the difference. Well, in my opinion, the difference between them and City is that Chelsea can, on one hand, say, well, we may have bought trophies, as various fans say, but we've got a Champions League and 2 Europa Leagues to back it up.
Yeah.
So that's a strong argument. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they bought well. No, they had legends like Drogba and that. But I think if we talk about current times right now, you look at where the demise of like Spurs have dropped off, and they were a team that was always competing at the top last few seasons, finishing second, third, consistently playing well with unlimited resources. Then you look at Arsenal with their managerial changes. On the last podcast we spoke about Ole in, Ole out.
Yeah.
That Wenger in and out thing was destructive for Arsenal. And look where they are now. Certain man might say we want Wenger in. I don't know, controversial, but Arteta's come in now trying to steady the ship again. Emre did his thing, and as much of the criticism Emre got, had they won the Europa, who knows what people would have been saying? Would they still been upset about it?
Me personally, I have never rated Emery. When he used to stand on the touchline, it's like he was just a dead corpse. He never really had no soul, never really motivated the team. I just thought he was just there, just a figure.
There's clear problems. Obviously, there's loads of things going on. The fact that you're leaving out Ozil, not only the fact that he's your highest paid player, that doesn't mean you have to play, but he's your most creative player. Like, he's going to get you assists. Now, people might question his work rate and his fitness every now and then, and can he do it in the big game? But this guy is a baller. Like, over the years, the seasons, if you look at his assist stats, stats can be, some people go for them, some people don't, but if you look at his assist record, it's phenomenal for his career. So
of course.
There was clear problems with him, there's clear problems with other players, there was beef in the camp, and that's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, of course.
I think Arteta's come. We'll see what he can do. I think this season's a bit of a write-off. Let's see how good he is. He's got a lot of respect after working with Pep.
Yeah,
the fans are happy with him for now. But let's see from next season what he's really about. Will he survive till Christmas? We don't know. Will he keep a Aubameyang? I don't know.
Well, they have to keep him, to be honest.
He's the only one scoring the goals.
that is a no-brainer. If they lose him, then they might as well give it all up, because it won't be anything pretty once he goes.
You look at other clubs, in London, because that's what we're debating, the London situation. Palace always going to lack creativity, but they're on a good run. 3 wins in a row, 3 clean sheets, so they're doing their thing. Watford struggling at the bottom. Pearson came in, they got off to a good start. They've lost some games, but then they got that big result against Liverpool. So if Watford can pull off those results, hopefully that will keep them up. Don't want to see too many London clubs go down. Watford, I mean, West Ham, sorry. David Moyes.
Oh, wow.
What can Moyes do? I don't know. You never know with West Ham, but they picked up a couple of decent results recently. Got unlucky against Liverpool at Anfield, I felt. But, you know, they got a good result. I think it was 4-0 they won or something. I don't know, recently. But, yeah, West Ham, you never know with them.
Yeah, you never know with West Ham. What West Ham you're going to get.
And then if I've forgotten any other London teams in the Prem, I'm sorry. Yeah, but that's life.
So just to go back to Arsenal, do you believe they will ever get back in the Champions League and be competing in the Champions League? Or
I think they're probably about a season, 2 seasons away from that. They need to get some. I think they need to shore up that defense.
Oh yeah, most
The defense
definitely.
is still leaking, but I think going forwards they've got the quality there, and they've got a couple of young boys who they're bringing in this season who look quite sharp. You know,
Yeah.
Saka got a lot of assists, and Martinelli, he's got some goals and assists as well. So that backing up Lacazette and Aubameyang and Ozil, Pepe. Boo,
Oh wow. Wow.
I don't know about Pepe.
Well, Pepe,
72 million. I don't know. Yeah.
he looks like he's got a few attributes. Like he's got pace, he's got a bit
Yeah.
of skill, but the thing is, he needs to be managed properly. He needs a manager that can tell him, you know what, use your strengths, play to your strengths. I'm not saying Arteta isn't the man, but because he hasn't got a lot of experience, can he be the man?
Yeah, and I'm still not convinced about Xhaka. He's not a player for me personally.
Agreed.
He's not my kind of. He's not my kind of player. And obviously, he had the earlier in the season the madness
How can we
with the
forget
fans
that?
and that. So, you know what happens with him? He seems like he's back integrated into the team. And, like, I think the team respects him, Arteta respects him, what have you. But I still think they're a solid centre mid or CDM players short, and definitely at the back they're still short. So I think they're a season, 2 seasons away from getting back to that competing level that they used to.
So just to touch on the London clubs, which players do you think Arsenal should recruit to help them elevate?
Like I said, I don't know about which specific players,
Mm-hmm.
but I definitely look to get another CDM who's solid, who can play a bit, and another centre back who could provide cover, because I don't think you can rely on Mustafi.
No, I don't think
David
so.
Luiz,
Oh,
you
my
never know what's going to happen with
goodness.
him. So Socrates, or whatever his name is, he looks like he's all right. The wing backs seem all right as well. They recruited well at the wing back position, so I think they're decent there. But definitely another centre back and another solid CDM. They got Torreira. I like Torreira. He's a decent player. Looks like Ceballos. Remember, he's on loan, so again, don't know if he stays. But I think they're definitely a centre mid short and a centre back.
In terms of Chelsea and Tottenham, where do you think they need to improve position-wise?
Let's start with Tottenham. Obviously, strikers bleak. They need some support for Harry Kane.
Of
But
course.
it's a case of what decent striker can you attract who wants the whole bench?
What about a half-decent striker? What about even if Watford go down? What about pinching Sarr? Would that be a good look or not?
Yeah, that I could see that working. You know, they just get like a young. You got this. I think they got this guy. Was it Parrott or something?
Yeah,
A
Parrott.
striker. Maybe they give him a few chances rather than. I think they played like Dele Alli up front the other day against Burnley. Why
Yeah.
not try the young guy who's actually a striker? Give him a chance. Because if you think about it, when Sherwood came in, he gave Harry Kane his chance.
True.
And look what happened to Harry Kane. He's gone clear now.
Exactly.
Once at the back end and played his position, he's gone clear. So, maybe they got it in Parrot. I don't know. I haven't seen too much of him. I've heard good things. So give him a chance and see what happens.
But then going back to giving youngsters a chance, it then leads me to the $1 million question: can Mourinho develop youth?
Yeah, he's not known for that. He's not known, in recent times.
And why is
if
that? When you say not known, why is that? He can't do it, or can't be bothered to do
I
it?
can't say he can't do it, but he's had proven success of buying proven players and work with them, or older experienced players and work with them, and then fitting his model. Maybe he feels he can't take the time to implement whatever his philosophy is on the younger players, and he feels like the more proven players or experienced players could grasp it quicker and gel quicker and give a go. Because that's where, we all know that's where his success is. I think you have to go back to maybe Porter, where you could maybe say he brought a player through, but even then I don't know. But all his recent time history of success he's had is always been with proven and older experienced players.
Well, it's funny you said that, because on Twitter I've put this out, and you always get 50-50. You get a
Yep.
couple of people that agreed, and you get a couple of people that disagree. And one fan in particular came at me on Twitter and said, "Oh yes, he does." So I said, "Well, give me an example of the players that Mourinho developed." He named Varane and he named Ozil. What's your view on that?
I don't know. I don't know if you could say. I don't know if you could say he developed both of them, because they was already developed when Real Madrid bought them. Real Madrid don't buy players who need developing. They're already developed and they can play. It goes back to their whole Galactico thing. Did he improve them? Probably. But again, like with Ozil, he was just take him off after 60 minutes. Luckily, in them times, he already got an assist. He just passed it to Ronaldo. Ronaldo did his thing. But, he was just take him off for that 60 minutes. So, I don't know. Did he improve them? Yes. Could you say he developed them? No, because they was developed at their respective clubs. And I think before Ozil went to Real Madrid, I think he was at Wolfsburg.
No, Werder Bremen.
Werder Bremen, that's it, Werder Bremen. So, again, he was developed there, got to a level, and Real came in. Real don't come in to get really young guys to do their thing.
But would you say Ozil was at his best playing under Mourinho or playing under Ancelotti?
If I'm honest, I can't really go on that, because I can't really remember the two, distinguish them both. I just know that a lot of the time Mourinho used to take him off after 60 minutes. And I don't think Ancelotti had too long at Madrid, did he? He didn't have too long. He didn't have too long. So yeah.
Going back to the Mourinho thing, if developing youngsters is maybe let's say a weakness or something, how is he gonna manage at Tottenham when that's all he will be able to do? He's not going to get the funds needed to go out there and buy big names. And even if he does get the funds, are Tottenham that attractive where they can attract big names?
Yeah, it's a funny one, because could he do it? Yes. Does he have the patience? Historically, no. But, you could see he tried a bit with United, with some of their younger players. Didn't necessarily work, potentially not. Could he do it? Yeah, I believe so. But that goes against, I'd say, what we've seen as his philosophy of the older, more experienced players. But if he's got no choice, what can he do? Will big profile players be attracted to Spurs? Yes, there's a few things that will attract them. Mourinho was one.
Yeah, of course.
Champions League, if they could get it. Last recent years have consistently got Champions League. Brand new stadium, fantastic stadium. I've been in London. Some of these wives get attracted and girlfriends. They force their man to play in London. So regardless of City, United, London's the place to be. But will they get the money that they could get elsewhere? I don't know. With Daniel Levy's history, he ain't looking to bring out the change.
See, this is a big problem, and it's been a big problem, which leads me to thinking to myself, is he a good businessman, Daniel Levy?
He's a big businessman for him. He's done very well. The stadium, plush stadium, big deal with the NFL. So his pockets are nice. Is he a good businessman? Yeah. He's never struggled. So he's all right. Now, is he a good businessman to a fan of Spurs who want to see trophies and success? Potentially not, but he's not probably worried about that too much. He wants success to come, and you see the team be successful on limited funds whilst they do the stadium developments, etc. So is he a good businessman? Yeah, he is. Is he a good businessman for fans? In terms of trophies, hasn't delivered, but are Tottenham a stable club? Yes. Are they in any problems? No. Is his pockets full? Yeah, they're full. They're not empty. So he's eating well. Yeah.
So let's say with Mourinho, he stays at Tottenham for, let's say, 2 to 3 seasons, because Mourinho's not a long-term guy.
Yep.
will he deliver trophies within 2 to 3 seasons?
Yeah, I believe so. I think even if it's a FA Cup, League Cup,
Yeah.
he'll win something. Like, he's a winner. Like, Mourinho for a long time, he knows 2 to 3 seasons, but in that time he's won trophies and then he's out. And I think that's what he can bring, that experience. And like I said, it might not be the league, might not be the Champions League, it could be FA Cup or the League Cup. And I think if you're a Spurs fan, you'd be waiting a long time for a trophy. So you'll take anything you can get. I heard a man say even the Community Shield, because that's a trophy.
Goodness, the Mickey Mouse Cup. The Mickey Mouse
people still
Cup.
celebrating them Audi Cup victories or whatever
mate,
it is. I don't
tell
know.
me about
It's a hard being a Spurs fan out there for some of them. I've got some friends struggling.
Yeah, I feel sorry for those Spurs fans. It must be depressing for them. Hard times.
Yeah, very.